in '06, as we met with many of you in your hometowns, your cities, your neighborhoods, you asked us a simple question. If the government, if this nation isn't going to respond to our issues, isn't it time that we start our own Congreso and begin to move forward and find our own solutions? So in 2006, the organizations that are part of the convening, as well as hundreds of other organizations around the country, opened the first Congreso in Los Angeles with one simple mission: setting an agenda that is about Latinos, for Latinos, with solutions and strategies so that our community can have a voice in America's democracy, in America's society, and around the world. So I welcome you. It is my pleasure to share with you that as part of this conversation and this discussion over the next 3 days, for those of you that are Latino Congreso members, raise your hand if you've been to one or more. How many of you are new to the Congreso? Welcome. Every day we have a conversation that at the end I'll let Antonio share with us. Gonzalez, the president of Southwest Voter, and William C. Velasquez are thinking. But our thinking is only valuable if we have your input and you're part of the process. So over the next 3 days, we have 3 organized days where we'll have a conversation about redistricting, the Latino vote, immigration, housing, or rather, how do we keep our homes and not lose them, jobs, and very simple, the political process and the representation of our community with a real voice. And part of the conversation revolves around resolutions that we pass or reject according to what we choose to do, that will give us and set the agenda as a blueprint on what we may want to do this year. For example, we submitted, no creo que me presenté, ¿verdad? Lidia Camarillo para servirles. Executive Director of Southwest Voter.
¿Quién?
I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. Vice President of Southwest Voter Registration Education Project. We submitted a resolution asking the governor to veto SB 14, which is the voter ID. Why? Because it's a bill that is redundant, it's expensive, and at the end of the day, it violates the voting rights of our community, the African American community, the elderly, and the poor. One example of the many resolutions that we'll be addressing over the next 3 days. So today, I want you to think about, this is not a conference. This is an organizing opportunity. What can I do when I go home, at home, in my neighborhood, in my city, in my state, with all of us collectively working to make sure that our community is treated with respect and dignity. That our community can truly represent the 50 million that the census tells us we are a part of. Or as we will see throughout the conversation on redistricting, that in Texas, 3 out of the 4 congressional seats we gain should be, if not more, Latino drawn seats. That in Nevada, they will have 100 seats. And it will be also a Latino majority seat. Florida, 2 seats. Washington, 1 seat. California, despite not gaining any seats, we can draw 2 Latino majority seats. But it will not happen without a good fight, organizing, and preparing. And the anti-immigrant attacks, legislation, sentiments, rhetoric that we're facing at the federal level and at the national level continues to be at a level that is a tragedy and sad. In a nation that promises to respect its immigrants, we are not going to let Texas or any other state face what Arizona is facing. Not on our watch. Not today. Not then. We will